Welcome to American Black Journal. I'm Stephen Henderson. This year's Detroit NAACP Fight for Freedom Fund Dinner will be a star-studded event featuring celebrities, a red carpet, and a 2020 presidential candidate. California Senator Kamala Harris will deliver the keynote address at the May 5th event. She announced her presidential campaign at the beginning of this year. Here now to give us details on the Freedom Weekend is the president of the Detroit branch of the NAACP, Reverend Wendell Anthony. Always great to have you here.
Always good to come back home, Stephen. I mean, I feel so at home when I'm at Black Journal.
Yeah, well, you were a host here, so.
Well, Lord have mercy. So I'm just glad to be back. Invited back to the house.
Right? That's right.
Thank you.
So this is a very big lineup.
Yes.
I mean, it's a big lineup every year.
Absolutely.
Let's be clear about that. But this year seems bigger.
Well, thanks for having us. This is the 64th annual Fight for Freedom Fund Dinner. We're very excited, and you mentioned that Senator Kamala Harris is going to be our keynote speaker. She's running for president, although the NAACP does not endorse. Yeah. There are many good candidates, but this is a bad sister out of San Francisco. People want to hear her, and we're excited about her coming, and she wanted to come. We're very pleased with that. And then we're going to welcome Akon. Akon, one of the Grammy Award winners, but not just for his entertainment, for what he's doing in terms of lighting up Africa. He's in 15 African nations over here in the United States, helping to light up communities with energy and lighting, developing businesses. He's going to receive our Great Expectation Award. We're very excited about Dr. Amanda Alexander. She started a Freedom and Justice Center for poor and people from South Africa to North America. We're very excited about her. Darrell Woods, Sr. This young man was in prison for 29 years. 29 years, Stephen. But when he was in prison, I used to go to Ryan and the Macomb facility, working with him. He was creating and starting NAACP branches in the prison, which goes to say and to show, even though you can be in prison, the prison don't have to be in you. And you can still do some things to help your folk. And he came out, his sentence was commuted. He's now working with law enforcement, trying to counter the negativity and keep young men and women from going the way that he went. So we're gonna honor him with a Great Expectation Award. And we're very pleased to honor the Harvard Hooper, the lecturer, preacher, extraordinaire, personal favorite of mine. I don't mind saying that this man has impacted my life, and that's the Reverend Dr. Charles Gilchrist Adams. He's going to receive our James Weldon Johnson Lifetime Achievement Award, celebrating all the years of his ministry. And Dr. Adams, there was an era of preachers, Stephen. There was Charles Butler, there was Fred Sampson, there was Obie Matthews, there was Tinley, there was so many, I can't even call out their names.
No, I remember
Lomax,
that.
I mean, and Adams. And so when I think about that era, they ran Detroit.
They did. They did.
You didn't get nothing done without going through them brothers and sisters.
Grew up in Charles Butler's
Martha Jean
church.
the Queen, Steinberg, Martha Jean was in there. You didn't get nothing done in Detroit unless you went through them. They had the power of the pulpit, of the voice, of communication. Dr. Adams, when you needed somebody to speak for what was going on in the community, the political and the social and the spiritual, he was the one that was called upon. So we want to honor him. So it's going to be a great event, May the 5th. And then, Stephen, I want our people to feel special. You know, a lot of folks can't go to Hollywood, but we can bring Hollywood to the neighborhood. And that's for, we're going to let people walk the red carpet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I want folk from Linwood and Dexter and Joy Road and Mack and Bewick and South Vernon. I want them to walk a red carpet. I want them to be treated special, because you are special. You don't have to be out there in Hollywood. And it's, what is it like for you and your husband and your children to be out? I'm just so glad to be here. It's more than just a dinner. It's an assembly of people who believe in freedom and justice and equality. So people can come and walk the red carpet between 3 and 4:30 just prior to the dinner. And then following the dinner, Stephen, we have a president's reception. And I'm very pleased this year that we're going to have a young man who has been compared to Marvin Gaye and to others. His name is Raheem Devon. He's going to entertain at the president's reception. Now, you have to have a ticket for the dinner in order to get a ticket for the reception, the president's reception. Everybody's invited. You can call 313-871-2087, DetroitNAACP.org. We're excited about it. It's on the marquee. All these people coming into Detroit. It's going to be on and popping in the city of Detroit. And we even have things going up for Freedom Weekends even prior.
Yeah, I was going to say.
that.
I mean, you really have grown this into a
Yes.
full weekend of
Absolutely.
events and discussions. Talk about the importance of this event right now. We're going into a presidential year. We have had a rough 3 years up to it.
God help
This really matters.
It matters,
feels
Stephen,
like.
and you know better than anybody. I mean, you in the business, you've seen a lot of things, and I think you and I have talked about this somewhat before. I've never experienced a time like this.
No. Most people have.
I mean, what's happening in Washington, the gridlock, a president who's off the chain, who lies incessantly, and this is me saying that I consider him, when you compare him to Al Capone looks good.
In terms of being a gangster, right?
He looks good. His crew, I'm talking about Trump's crew,
Yeah.
needs to be underneath a jail, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because what they have done, and are doing, not just to the nation, but to the world. Our status has gone down. The fact that we still have voter suppression, the fact that we have people who are jammed at the border in cages and underneath a bridge, can't get, the fact that we're talking about eliminating national health care from millions of people, the fact that we're talking about and hearing this guy say, well, I'm exonerated, no collusion, no obstruction, when it didn't say that.
Didn't say anything like
His
that.
attorney general that he handpicked, based upon him saying that here's my resume of 18 pages, this is why you should appoint me, because I got your back. And he demonstrated that the other day when he said that the government was spying on, the government was doing what they're supposed to do, monitor somebody in a campaign that's colluding with Russians. That's what they are paid to do. And now this guy is saying they were spying. So I'm simply saying this is a critical time. The NAACP, all civil rights organizations, all the media, all of us need to be standing together. This is not just about anything local. This is about our future. This is about nationally. This is about internationally. This is about the soul of our nation. Which way we're going to go.
Yeah. Talk about the role of the NAACP locally. We have a lot of issues that concern black people right here in the city of Detroit.
We do. Among those are education.
Yeah.
Among those are jobs. We're working right now in terms of the educational piece, the funding that the school system needs and lacks, which is no fault of their own, but we've had emergency managers. The high insurance costs that you and I pay, that we pay, which is a burden when you compare that to other communities. We pay more than anybody else. So we're fighting that, and the governor has proposed a 45-cent increase in tax for her roads, for roads, and that we need new roads. We also need to reduce the cost of insurance as well.
Because people can't afford
They
it.
can't afford it. So those two things need to be married. That's one of the reasons in terms of jobs, we have some things coming up prior to the dinner. We have Freedom Weekend sponsored by the Freedom Institute. We have jobs. That's available. So if you need a job, looking for a job, won't get a job, come to Fellowship Chapel, 7707 West Side Drive, May the 2nd, because that day is jobs from 9 until 3. Vendors, you probably can get hired on that day.
Right.
Also, how to dress, how to put your resume together, what attitude you should have. Then we have a youth college fair, which deals with colleges and STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, all of those things that our young people need in order to get ahead. We're talking about not only a Detroit promise, but a realistic promise. How you can get scholarships today so you can get in school for tomorrow. All that's a part of it. And then we have the Dr. Ron Walters National Town Hall. That's going to be on Saturday, May the 4th. That deals with tech and entrepreneurship. We have people like Dr. Paul Judge, like Marlo Rencher, like Denmark West, coming from out of the city of Detroit to talk about how we can engage this new technology, start your business, create a business, and get money for your business. You can come, this is free. You can come to these events, and you can call 313-871-2087 or 313-347-2834. And I'm simply saying this is the weekend that we have in Detroit. We're concerned not only about international things, but local things. Everybody is involved and everybody is invited. And let me say this, Stephen. You know that this is the 100th anniversary of the song Lift Every Voice and Sing.
It is.
It was created by James Weldon Johnson, written by him as a poem for Abraham Lincoln's birthday, 1900. J. Rosamond Johnson, his brother, set it to music. They performed it in 1919 at the Stanton School in Jacksonville, Florida, where James Weldon Johnson was the principal. Segregated school, 500 school children.
Wow.
This is the 100th anniversary. We're going to celebrate that and commemorate that at the dinner. We're having hundreds and hundreds of school children to come with an orchestra to perform and to commemorate Lift Every Voice and Sing. The NAACP adopted it in 1919 as their national anthem. So I'm saying we still need to be lifting every voice and singing. We still need to be marching on till we get to victory. We still need to sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. We still need to be breathing the sigh that we have marched in the path of the blood of the swamp. We need to still be doing it because we have not yet crossed the river. If this cat in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue has done anything, it is that we cannot rest.
It's reminding us, right?
That we still have some journeys to go. And we still have one more river to cross. And I'm just hoping and praying that people who will come will see that, understand it, and get busy doing something.
Yeah, right. Always exciting when you're here, and always exciting
is
for this weekend.
Stephen?
Time's gone.
Oh man, no,
gone.
I'm just getting started.
I know. We never get to the end with you, right?
Y'all need to give me more time, man. I mean, I am a homeboy. So give me. But again, Steve, thank you. People can call 871-2087. Or go to Detroit NAACP.org in order to register, get involved, red carpet, get your dinner, tickets, come to Freedom Weekend, get involved. The struggle ain't over. Our theme is freedom is not backward. It's only knows one direction, forward.
Oh, I love that. Always great to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Appreciate you, Stephen.
Absolutely.
All right.